In this part of Lesson 5, we will see how to create an animation of an object using the timeline. This component contains the cues that are the times where the object changes its state, movement, orientation, and so on. To create a cue, right-click on the timeline and select option Insert New Cue. A red vertical line appears to represent the position where the cue will be inserted. With the left mouse click, you create a cue in the selected position. The cue just created represents a command to move the object. The object moves in a time interval depending on the cue times. In our case, we have created a first cue at 1 second. So, the object will change its position or orientation in 1 second. The same applies if we have two cues. Between the two cues, the object will change its position based on the time difference. The cue created can be selected and moved. To select the cue, click with the left mouse button on the cue itself. Notice that when we select a cue, a yellow bounding box appears in the viewport. This box represents the new object position and orientation relative to the selected cue. To move the cue, select the cue, and while holding the left mouse button, move the mouse and release the mouse button when you have chosen a new position. If you want to delete a cue once a position is selected, use the right mouse click and select the Delete Selected Cues option. You can select multiple cues by using the Control key with the mouse. For example, let's create 3 cues in the timeline. To select all 3 cues, keep pressing the Control key, and with the left mouse button, select the 3 cues. To delete them, click with the right mouse button in the timeline and select Delete Selected Cues.